Hello, people. It's me, Okami. I'm back. I know it's been like 6 months since we've had an episode of Family Questscape Delta Green, but I'll tell you why. In a separate video, we're back. At least for a little while. Whittle while. Wow. Can't talk today. Tonight. It's the middle of the night. But yeah, we're back. I know it's been 6 months since we've had an episode or anything, but we're back. I've said it enough. Here's to the episode. Also, I got a new mic. That's how long it's been. New mic. So I know I will sound a little quiet in this episode, but you guys should be able to hear me perfectly fine. Thank you all for waiting so long for this installment to come out, and I hope you guys enjoy as the team finally gets a lot of information about who they're looking for and what things finally start mishing and mashing and gloobing and globbing. But here I am to give you a long introduction as to what happened.
Previously, on the adventures of our clandestine group of agents working for Delta Green, we started off the session with Quinn and Yuri almost getting into a gunfight. You guys were able to talk to them. You learned that one of them definitely, no matter what, he was not going to let you guys in without killing him. After a while of learning a little bit of this and that, trying to read them, you guys threw in a stun grenade, went in, killed the two guys, kept the girl alive, zip-tied her to a chair, and the group culminated back together after these events within the safe house of these mercenaries, where you then interrogated the girl, Lisa Maston. And upon doing so, you learned that you probably should have kept one of the guys alive instead of her, because she didn't really know any information. You learned that she, while extremely clever and talkative, with the help of some sodium pentothal, aka truth serum, she was hired by Mr. Earl Daniels, one of the elder gentlemen who you guys shot and killed, because he started off this journey after being contacted by a man named Michael Bellick. And he was given a bunch of Visa prepaid credit cards and purchased a 1995 Thunderbird and went on his way, hiring both Charles Soriano and Lisa Maston along the way to help him with their mission, which was eliminate any evidence the goings on. They blew up them all. They tried to kill the private detective agency of Wells, Dighton Beltman Wells Detective Agency, failed to kill Evelyn Wells, and were working on their own plan to get at her, which would have culminated about, I think, based on the in module notes, they would have gotten to her about a week later. It is it would have taken them 5 days to do so, because it's currently of October still, and they would have culminated their plans to attack her in her hospital room on October 9th. But you guys stopped this from happening. And because of the events of what happened, both April and Quinn both took some bond damage. April took 3 to her parents' bond. Quinn took 3 to his military trainer bond. Good. Safe house beginning the next. I honestly cannot remember what you guys were specifically planning on doing, but one of you probably has notes on that. You guys found out about this that they were after this detective agency. You were going to get in contact with. I think you guys were planning to get in contact with the other two agencies. But yeah, we come back to the scene where you guys are still inside this small safe house filled with weapons, bombs, computers, that old car that's been shot up. What's your plan?
See, I'm looking at my notes. See, I think I was just working on. Quinn was just working on computer stuff, trying to get into any.
And I thought Dragonoff had like walked away and was like having a thought process with himself, an internal battle. And I thought I was going through stuff. And I don't think I found anything, but I think you also mentioned that there was like a coat. And I want to check that too. Was there a coat in the pack or something? A jacket? No. I thought there was like in the car. Could have been wrong. Could have been something else, and that's what I thought.
You dreamed it up.
Definitely could have.
I honestly, I can't even remember.
Okay.
I did mention a jacket. Earl Daniels had his pistol and grenades in his North Face jacket.
Oh, maybe I did already check that because I took a pistol, but
Yeah.
okay.
He had a M67 hand grenade and a pistol.
So I think we were packing everything up that we wanted to get out of there to go to our little base or something.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, I have a question. Quinn, can you track if they got paid for the job? Can you track where the money came from to see if that leads anywhere?
I would assume so, depending on how. But no, because they had prepaid debt cards.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Lots of prepaids.
$1,000
I might have already asked that.
prepaid Visa debit cards.
Okay.
Kyle, do you think though they would be able to track where the debt
Where
cards
those were
came from?
purchased, the town, and maybe see if they were purchased with cash or a card. But I mean,
Well, I would assume.
You did do a little
I would
bit of
assume that
research into them, and he drove all the way here from Sandy Creek, New York, and that he was the owner of a pizza restaurant that he closed in order to start this mission.
And we already know that it came from Michael Bellick and Robert Ortega and Justin Croft or
Yes,
Kraft.
and looking into all of that set off a bunch of red flags, and you guys got a call from your handler saying to stop looking into that.
we don't
Yeah.
know that. Only Dragunov knows that, right?
Yeah, and that's what Dragunov is currently in turmoil about, because whatever flags got set off is causing an inner turmoil of, you guys were sent here to investigate, but they're telling you don't dive too deeply while you investigate. So there's this inner turmoil of how can you complete this mission without doing all this stuff.
But my knowledge is that those people are who hired these guys, right? Because I did a search before we went into the building. That's it. I did the search that did set the alarm off. You know, before we breached the building, me and Dragunov.
Yeah, you did
That,
search in upon. No.
but I was just saying, I think my search or whatever found that the organization that Michael Bellick and all them were in is who hired this group to kill the people, right? Right.
Okay, so I think Abel's probably ready for a cigarette. So I'm maybe gonna go outside and see and have a smoke and also see if I like see Dragunov, and see what he's doing or if he's came back yet. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna head real quick. And then if I don't see him, I think I would call him.
Let's say he is not outside. When I say he's not outside, he's not immediately outside. And to answer the second thing, that you would call him,
He would not answer.
he would answer the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I left it up to the dice to decide.
Dragunov?
Is everything good? Did she talk?
She didn't know shit. Nothing worth knowing.
Yes. I'll be back in a minute. Go get the coffee.
You're gonna go get coffee?
Get the coffee.
Okay. Do you want me to scrub the scene? Like burn it to the ground? Do you want her dead or alive? You're the boss.
Put in chat. Just type in 066. People will come clean up.
And the woman?
They will do something with her.
All right, give me a double espresso, please.
The phone just goes quiet.
So I'll just put in the code and I'm gonna go back in there and I'm just gonna say to Quinn, did you get everything you need?
I got everything I could get.
All right, it's time to load out. We're gonna go wait for Dragunov, so I'll meet you in the car.
I will give you this extra. You do know place of residence for Ortega is in the DC area. His family was Washington DC elite. So he currently lives on the other side of the country. And because Dragunov did not give you the information that this has caused red flags, you had no reason to stop doing your research yet.
Now these people are enemies of ours, right?
Yes.
The organization that they're in. So like
the organization they're affiliated with.
Oh yeah. Of what I know of anyways. What Quinn knows. So I just wonder because
Then you do.
I would also like to point out that nobody has told me anything about Majestic because I wasn't there with them. I was doing different stuff at the base and I came later. So unless they filled me in like outside of this,
all my information is from what I searched up, what I've looked up from the time that we were at that lab. Because I think that's where I first found Majestic, was at the lab.
So unless Dragunov or Quinn would have volunteered that with me, like on a car ride, I would know nothing about Majestic at this point.
I usually spew out all my information.
Majestic is like Voldemort. You don't talk about Majestic.
The simple fact
So
that
you
he
definitely
asked
didn't
shit
say anything.
why he
Right, but I didn't go with him when they killed or released the alien, and I was back at the base, like, doing lookout, when he called it in. So unless he shared that, I wouldn't have been there.
yeah, unless they told you, all you would know is that something happened.
Yeah. And Dragonov
I
just said he
don't know how
definitely
the
wouldn't have
rumors
said it.
Came in at EM.
Right. So really, I got no moves to be making right this second from my character's point of view, other
Just
than
good
the correct
ignorance.
stuff. Yeah.
Definitely Quinn personal, like maybe a portable SSD that he has with him or something, and just
Yeah.
caching it away for later.
Definitely. But I also wanted to try to make an encrypted file as most encrypted as I could possibly get to send to our handler to let him decide the next step with the information I've obtained, if that's possible.
And,
Send him all the information that I pulled off everybody's computer and the lab and
Or text message.
you could easily do this because computer science is used to use that to just re-encrypt it with your skill level. You easily know how to re-encrypt this and send it off to the handler if you so choose.
okay.
And do you do that immediately?
Yeah, with all the with everything that's going on, I want to send it to him.
You do
Because obviously, my deep dive and everything, and how secretive this organization is, I figured obviously this is a little above my expertise, so I better send it off.
So it made him some time to go through it because he
Right, got to pawn it off to somebody lower than him or higher. Probably higher with security clearance.
April, you step outside, you get into the car, and your phone rings. You look down. It's your father.
Hi, Dad.
What have you got yourself into?
What are you talking about?
National security risks? What have you been doing that could possibly have the government coming to pick you up? Are you in a prison cell right now? What is going on?
Yeah, Dad. Because in prison, they just give me phones, so I'm just doom scrolling on TikTok.
Don't be a smartass.
You raised me.
The government just doesn't show up at your house.
Well, maybe you're not as special as me. It's a
Not
chill
what
pill.
picked. You do realize you have a family, right?
Are you trying to say something? I'm a good mother.
I'm not saying you're not. What I am saying is that whatever you're getting involved in, you could be spirited away without a word. You could just disappear.
I'm
I
handling
listen
it.
to the conspiracy theories. I watch the documentaries. I listen to the news. That's basically all I do. I'm retired. I
So,
rather have lived your life. But we never got as far as the government getting involved. So whatever you're getting into, stop it. And stop giving me a smart mouth. And he hangs up.
I'm gonna need another one of these. And April's gonna pick up a cigarette and light it and just kind of lean against the car and exhale.
Probably down the street at the closest coffee shop getting coffee and doing exactly as he said. He's gonna be back before the scrub team gets back for sure. But he's honestly just stuck in thought and just honestly wondering what he's gotten himself into, that he, being a D class, can't even get information, and he's being in charge of a thing to cover up. And he's he's at a crossroads, which is weird because in this game so far, he is the only character who has not suffered sanity stuff. I'm putting sanity stuff on him. I'm forcing him to take some of this stuff because it's all he knows is orders. All he knows is orders, orders, and now orders are conflicting with orders.
You know what? That Dragonov is feeling help. Make a sanity roll for helplessness, because you do not know what to do at this point.
That's a 1. Hand to God, it's a 1. 0, 0, 1.
You are never going to lose sanity. You lose 1 point of sanity.
There we go. There we go.
Just because this is such a situation you are
Yeah.
so unused to. If you had failed that, it would have been a D6 because you feel so helpless in this moment. But you lose the minimum possible for that, so you lose 1 point of sanity unless you decide to project it. But considering how you're
know
acting
what?
right now, I
You know what?
he would just take it.
I think I want some drama. I want some drama. He's gonna project it. He's gonna project it on Nikolaj.
Thank goodness it wasn't the dog. I couldn't have handled that drama.
He runs the meat shop.
Okay. In a few minutes, we will get in to get into that call, because first of all, I've got to do Quinn's call, but I wanted to see what kind of mind space you were. You finished up, or are you still doing a little bit of research right now while she's out there puffing away on that second cigarette after getting a...
Is there? You said the Thunderbird's the only vehicle in that shop.
Yeah. And you could tell just from it being there, it's the car that Daniels was in when he Evelyn, because there are a few bullet holes in it from her firing back.
Yeah, I would have just been wrapping everything up and sent that email off, and then probably just like grabbing whatever weapons are laying around to pile them at the door to take them with us.
Quite a
No, not.
they were blowing, and
I don't know nothing about that shit, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
you got, because you guys learned that these guys knew each other from military experience together. But there's a lot of pipe bombs basically here.
Any explosives that I don't want to touch. Oh, did we already raid the little armor? I thought they had a little armory kind of thing.
There were some magazines and a few extra pistols. The main
Oh,
thing
okay.
that was there was the sniper rifle, which...
Okay, so they didn't have a whole lot.
No,
I thought they had.
were acquiring things as they went, and you could tell just by the sheer amount of explosives. They acquired a lot of stuff just to make these explosives. These pipe bombs are about the size of a forearm. They're really big. And you can tell there are also a few burner phones there. Just from your experience with your military background, your NSA, and your computer science, you get the feeling, considering just the setup in there, that the burner phones were used to detonate the pipe bombs. Because basically for every pipe bomb, there was a burner phone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just run out and jump in the back seat then.
So you're gathering all your stuff. You send off that email. You get the ping, and your phone rings, and it's your military trainer.
Hello?
I don't mean to intrude, but one of my sources, because I know you're aware that I keep tabs on you. One of my sources tells me that you were escorted out of your office into an unmarked black van.
You have pretty good sources, don't you? Things not at liberty to say.
Me that understands the enigma that is you. Those were your exact words.
You do, but I really can't tell you what I'm doing. I really wish I could, but you know how things are.
Because when a superior officer asks a subordinate something, they usually give the information. And I thought our friendship transcended our rank and our duty. You had potential. That is why I pushed you in your career in the military, which in turn turned you into the fantastic NSA operative that you are.
And I really do appreciate it. I really cannot tell you for the safety of your life and living.
What rank was Todd Bishop? Because I know he was your military trainer, but it doesn't say in the Discord.
I don't think we picked a rank.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't say what rank he is. I'll let you decide that. Is he a general? Is he a colonel?
It doesn't really matter to me. I don't really know.
That sounds about right for a trainer. I worked my way up. I've done my part for our country. You've done your part for you have done fantastic work. And are you trying to tell me, hey, you're not going to tell me something because my life is at risk? I have seen Afghanistan just as badly as you had. I have seen so much death around me. I've had my life in the gunfire just as you have. What could be so bad that you are not willing to tell me, Quinn? You gotta give me something.
This is some special operations stuff that I cannot say. It's way above anybody that you could possibly think of.
I know some pretty high up, and I'm very would damage our friendship, because our friendship transcends rank. I told you that.
Well, sir, on this, friendship or no, I'm not gonna risk your life or mine to let you know what's going on. I can't.
Before you even finish that sentence, he hangs up.
Mhm.
And that hurts
Frick.
that hurts you a little bit. Considering how close you were to Todd, that by itself. Just the fact that he hung up on you.
And I have a little tear going.
Yeah, and the fact that you you desperately want to tell him everything that you've done with the program, because the program is an active government agency. People know it as the program, especially if you're in the government. But if you work for the program, you cannot tell people that you are in the program, and that is what hurts you the most. Is that this man trained you, and you would not be the NSA person you are today, and you have to withhold this information.
I'm assuming if I did tell him, I would end up dead, and so would he.
Not necessarily, because you guys recruited Stubbs. You didn't tell him about Delta Green, but you could have given him vague information, but you withheld it. And that's good that you did, because the fact that you withheld that's the bond damage.
Right. No, I was just curious. So like the military knows about they call it the program, right?
Yes. Because
So he would know about the program, but he wouldn't know details about it.
he probably would have seen one or two files that had a green delta on it, and he would know not to read those documents, because that's how it was before it was all collapsed and then reinstated again. Especially being a colonel and being in the military as long as he probably was, because I'm assuming that he's a career military man.
Yeah.
He would have seen that green delta on some files before and seen the blacked out folders. But if he knew that you were entangled in that, it probably would infuriate him even more, because, like I said, he's seen how blacked out those files are, those old files before the program got reinstated again.
Yeah, those kind of programs are the most dangerous, especially when we're fighting aliens and
There's a reason why most Delta Green agents end up in a mental institution. So withholding that information is saving his life.
yeah. I'm a hero.
You walk out that door and you see April puffing away on another smoke.
I'm gonna have like one tear like slowly running down my cheek, like out of the corner of my eye, as I'm getting in the car and sniffling a little bit.
What is you?
You're gonna be fucking doing something, aren't you?
I'm trying
Gonna
to
kill me.
I hate when I think I'm talking and I'm muted. 42 for human and 21 for search. Is that right?
go ahead and give me a human roll as he gets into the car.
Oh, I lied. That was the wrong. Okay, a 25 for search.
Go ahead and give me a human roll.
Okay.
Because I just want to see if you give you a better chance of just seeing if you notice this. And you could also do the same, Quinn, to see if you notice her agitation.
All right.
Whichever is higher, human or search, you can roll.
I got search. Nope. I don't know the shit. Like usual.
I lied. It was okay. So it was 45, but I'm pretty sure I got a 60, right? A 50 and a 0. That's a 60.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I did not notice.
Okay, you guys can go ahead and mark those skills if you haven't already. You two are.
I got 77, so I crit failed, right?
Yeah, that is a crit fail. You were so distraught that there is no possible way you would even notice if Yuri was walking down the street, because you are so in your thoughts about this.
I'm gonna smack my head off, not hard, but like smack it to where it hurts a little bit as I'm getting in the car.
I'll say
Before I shut my finger in the door.
about this time, Yuri, are you on your way back yet, or will they have to call you?
I probably got my coffee. Probably got that whatever foo drink that
It was a double shot of espresso. That is not foo.
No, but like he completely missed what you said, and he just got you some foo drink because he's like, oh, white lady likes foo drink, so he probably got like 2 black coffees for him and
like something ridiculous and like pink and whipped.
Yeah.
Quinn's the one that ends up taking the frou drink.
Yes, yes.
Because he's so distraught, he's not paying attention. It helps a little bit.
I'm totally grabbing it.
It tastes so good. Like I'll say he went to a Starbucks and he got you like a white chocolate venti espresso mocha, and you just take a cup, and Yuri's about to say that was for her, but you take a drink, and then she April's just like, I wanted the coffee anyway, so she takes the coffee. But you get into the And did you guys call in a clean team? I cannot remember if you guys called in a clean team.
I
yet.
sent a
Yeah,
text.
I
He told me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah. Because I wanted to get back and get the stuff that we were gonna take from it, and then tell them the clean team to do what they do. But I was gonna take that other sniper rifle because as we've talked about, mine is technically an anti-material rifle, but like he's a rifle guy. I wrote it down. I thought I wrote it down the type of rifle that it was. Oh, you said it was a standard AM.
It is truly scary how powerful those sniper rifles are. I was watching a video of a guy using different size rounds against like a thick chunk of steel with one of those ballistic gel mannequins on the other side to see like how strong certain stuff is. The only round that ever penetrated the steel was those 50 caliber rounds. It is scary how powerful those rounds are. It is super scary.
The Barrett 50 cal.
Yeah, it is scary how powerful those rounds are. So the fact that you put something a little bit less powerful that's not going to rip through a building and bring it down with 5 shots is probably going to be extremely useful to Yuri. Especially if you guys plan on making yourselves a cache for this side of the states. Because if you guys so choose, you can also text the clean team and say, "Make this a safe house for Delta Green."
But I did not do that. So I'm going to stay true to that unless one of them texted after me.
No, that would be something that cause have you seen John Wick? You know, like he'll call in a
John Wick, but I have not.
I have not.
So this isn't a big ruiner. It really isn't. It's the first movie. After the stuff happens at his house, he calls a clean team, and he's there while the clean team is there because he has to pay them. It's kind of like a small. The way I'd imagine like calling a clean team is like you'd have to stay there. Clean team would do what they need to, and they do a very small debrief with you. You could probably discuss the details with them there, and you would say we could make it a safe house.
Have you watched The Blacklist before?
Yes.
I've seen some episodes.
I cannot remember the name of the lady, Mr. But yeah, he has like a specialized woman that's his personal clean team. It's just this old lady that comes in and she will
No, that's
do
not what needs to be too.
autopsies, get rid of bodies, everything. It is like nothing happened. That's
Scary chick.
like instantly. Like all they need is like maybe 30 minutes and that entire area is cleaned like nothing ever happened in there.
What was the name of that show?
Blacklist.
Oh, Blacklist.
Yeah, you guys drive
Mr.
off.
Kaplan.
Yeah, Mr. Kaplan. You guys drive off, get back to the safe house, no issues. And I just recently learned you don't have to drive unless it's like those first few sessions when you guys are in the middle of the forest driving through pouring rain, can't see anything. So there's nothing going on. You guys get back to your safe house, no issue with the lady in the back of the car.
We're taking the lady.
I would assume so.
I was gonna leave the lady to the clean team.
No,
I was gonna leave the lady to the
I
clean
did
team.
not because Dragonoff told me not to.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you guys leave her there. I'm guessing you knock her back out so she doesn't try to escape.
Well, she's useless.
I did not do that.
I just assumed you guys would do that because you're Delta Green agents and you called in a clean team, so I'm just going to assume that you guys did that because she was already zip tied to a chair.
Okay, Quinn did it.
Serum. If you want, I could flip a D2 real quick to just decide if you guys.
I don't think April would have knocked her out because April was definitely not even thinking about it, and she's never really had to clean a scene or do anything like that except for when she burnt down that thing, but it was a crazy time, and she was like in her first mission in a crisis. You know, she burned down that house, but I don't think she would have thought to do it. But Quinn might have, if he's actually done any field work. You know.
I'm gonna flip a D. I'm gonna flip my D coin.
Heads. I wouldn't have thought to knock her out either, probably. But also, like I would assume I would be professional at tying somebody up.
Yeah, you guys zip tied her, and it's not easy to break zip ties. So yeah, you guys drive off. I will go ahead and do a roll to see if she can.
Plus, I really wouldn't care if she escapes. It's not like she can kill us. Not with Dragonoff around, Mister.
She still has all the pipe bombs, though.
That one was...
Kill himself. I don't care. Once I walk out the door, not my problem. In my brain, it seems like she wouldn't have the capability to track us down anyways, or even to
No,
So-
by herself, no.
Wait, didn't she serve too, though?
She did serve in the military, yes. But I just rolled a 51 over 50 on her unarmed to break the zip ties, so she is completely locked in by 1 point. She is staying put. So you guys drive off. You guys get back to your safe house to do your further planning. Is there any talk along the way, or do you guys sit in the car? Actually, who's driving? Who's driving back?
Dragon was designated driver.
Because the other two were already in the car by the time you got back.
I'm crying in the back seat. What the fuck?
Yeah, he was
I
crying in
feel
the
like
back
I
seat,
wouldn't have
crying-
been in the. I don't think I would have gone in the car. I think I would have chain smoked until the second Dragonoff got back. April loves her cigarettes.
You're definitely dying of lung cancer. Before you
Remember,
even
it
lose
like
your
helps her
sanity.
not.
You're gonna die of lung cancer before you even lose sanity.
Yeah, the
She struggles with alcohol.
The description of Lisa Maston on her character sheet is a white female, age 39, former U.S. Army sergeant, served with Daniels in Iraq. She learned of his connection with some intelligence agencies when the two were briefly lovers. She knows Daniel would not have enacted a strange plan as to attack a private investigators unless it was a national interest. She would follow him to the end. And you guys killed him. So she does have some military experience, but it wasn't good enough to break through some zip ties.
What was her expertise in again?
I think it's just
right?
clever. Like she was really
Yeah,
smart.
she was the talker. She would have been the one that would have been able to talk her way into Evelyn Wells while as the distraction while the other two were doing the big work. Soriano was an explosives expert, and Daniels was the assassin. So she was there to help talk them into places, basically. Is the Russian radio on in the car?
Of course it is.
Get
Without a
that.
doubt it is.
A little bit
Audio.
going on. Although that frou-frou drink that
Yeah, I think April would have definitely been like, I can't believe you thought I drank that bullshit.
that frou-frou drink is helping a little bit, but not much. That black coffee though, April, that's some good black coffee.
Yeah, and I would have been pissed at Dragonoff for assuming that I liked that bullshit.
Personally,
Especially when
there's a Starbucks in the hospital I work at. I don't like Starbucks coffee. Like actually the break room coffee in the surgery department where I work is better than the Starbucks coffee. But most people like Starbucks coffee, so you like Starbucks. I would assume.
I like Starbucks blonde roast or Pike Place. I don't like dark roast coffee. I don't like dark roast at all. And I think that
I
guy's
love all
fucking-
coffee. If I could have coffee in an IV, I would just take it in an IV.
I love dark roast coffee because it's so low in caffeine. That's the coffee you could drink any time of the day unless you just want to drink decaf.
Or you
that's
could
why he
just
likes
have a
blonde
cup
roast.
of black. That would be okay.
I like the foo-foo coffees.
Yeah, Levi did win.
Like us.
Yeah.
I could drink an entire pot of coffee and go right to bed.
If he can taste the coffee, it's not the right drink for him.
It is not.
I do like K-cups because I'm lazy and I want a cup immediately. I don't want to wait for one to brew, and I will never set it the night before, ever. I just won't. I'll say I will, but then I wouldn't. And so I like to have it like pretty immediately. But I really like Sam's Club has a seasonal blend, and Bonnie is crazy over it. Every time she comes over to my house, she's like, "Can I make coffee?" Doesn't matter the time of day, because she loves that flavor. It's like it's a variety. Sam's Club
If I'm
flavors,
like
but
a pure coffee flavor, it is top of the morning coffee all the way. But if I'm wanting some flavored coffee, I'm getting some bones. Like right now, the coffee I'm drinking is blueberry pancakes, and it is wonderful.
I don't really have a preference. I really do like coffee almost every single way. I just don't like anything hazelnut.
I can understand that. Hazelnut can be a really
Which is weird because I like
coffee.
hazelnut candy.
It can be a really overpowering flavor in coffee, just like caramel can be as well. But I like caramel coffee.
I actually agree. I think caramel's overpowering, and I have to be in a mood for it. I like it, but it's not like my go-to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But anyway, to get off the coffee conversation, you guys get back to the safe room. You guys, I'll say at this point, it's between 4 and 5 p.m. The sun's about to start coming down in a few hours. You guys get back. There wasn't much conversation other than about the coffee on the car ride there. You guys get out, you go back in, and with your alertness, Dragonov, you do notice that the neighbors of the safe house are out and about. You do get some glances as you guys get out of the car and go in. Unless you guys start just unloading the car into the safe house, it's not that big of a deal.
No, you'll probably wait until nightfall when there's not as many people watching. Like he's definitely a man of habit. Like if he knows he knows he's being watched, he's not gonna do something that's gonna compromise himself.
Right.
Even in his distressing state, like I think it's kind of like almost like muscle memory. Like he knows, kind of guides them in. Especially emotional baby boy Quinn now, and it's probably like thinking it's like, man, it's like what guy over here cry like little child.
Stop picking on me.
April's gonna look at Mr. T and like see if like she like because she's just noticing that he was even upset, and then she's gonna look at Dragonoff and like try to elbow him really hard in the stomach and be like, "Okay, Mr. Sensitive."
That is Major General Mr. Sensitive to you.
She's just gonna make like a funny face at him and head for the donuts, the leftover donuts.
You go,
And I'll
adds a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah, I could take off my lid and dunk it. After that first bite, I notice it's stale. I can take off my lid and dunk it.
The eating of the conversation, you have the sweetness of the donut, the bitterness of the coffee.
So what now, boys?
Now I go to bed. I don't care. I don't know what you're doing. I'm
No,
not
come on,
just
I'm not tired. Come on, don't go to bed, you big party pooper.
kind of looking at her like we've been
You're
through
not
some stuff.
90. You're not 90.
But maybe I am 90. Maybe I'm
Oh,
older than
you're
time
not
itself, and you don't even realize it because you have lived little life.
It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and my 92-year-old grandmother, Esther, does not go to sleep at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All we do is boring crap. Let me do a tarot reading. Come on, who's game?
Oh, you want to do tarot reading? Okay. I do find this intriguing. Go on, read
Okay.
your card. I wait.
Okay, hold on. First, I gotta set the mood, and April is gonna go around and like dim the lights, like shut down the lights so like there's very little light, maybe like a hallway light coming in to give like a light glow so she can see, make it like more theatrical. And then, she'll shuffle the cards, and she's gonna lay down the first one. The Eight of Swords. Your character is trapped, limited by circumstances beyond their control. The investigator feels confined, unable to escape the darkness that surrounds them. Getting the feels yet?
Oh, scary. Do go on.
She-
I'm listening. I'm listening. Come on. Tell me what your hoodoo.
The card reveals the Five of Cups. Loss and regret haunt your character. They've seen unspeakable horrors, and the weight of those memories threatens to consume them.
The session would go.
Well, I'm pretty sure you already know. I've seen things that will probably keep you awake at night and make you cry baby like Miss T. So go on.
He doesn't mean anything by it. He just forgot to change his depends. And then she's going to kind of glare at him, like, because she's yelling that to Mr. T, Card reveals the moon. Deception and illusion have shaped your character's past. They've been misled or have misled themselves, contributing to your current predicament. Not convinced yet?
I think it sounds like generalizations could happen to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
When? Just curious.
I left my card, I thought, but I can't. I'm not 100. I thought I did.
I'll just say that you did because that would make sense, especially if you're a government agent going to talk to a witness like that. So I'll say you did. I just wanted to be sure.
And and I feel like April would know that as like journalist, The card reveals the Knight of Wands, a catalyst for changes on the horizon. Perhaps a new ally, and she's going to gesture at herself, or a spark of determination will drive your character forward, but at what cost?
Insanity. Is there any other point to this?
All right,
Yes.
hold your horses. This is the last one. The card reveals the High Priestess. Secrets remain hidden, and the truth is still shrouded in mystery. Your character must dig deeper, uncovering hidden knowledge to survive the horrors that lurk in the shadows.
It is the
Well-
thing you say that has carried any weight. And he downs the rest of his coffee and he goes, I'll go take a nap. I'll see you in an hour.
Boo! Hey, Quinn, you want a brewski?
I already went to bed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess trashy TV for me. Neighbors are just gonna sit down and flick channels.
Watch an episode of Friends or whatever it is that you end up finding. While the other two sleep and the sun goes down.
Oh no. He told her he was going to sleep. He's just gonna kind of sit in that room and he's gonna be rattled. He's just kind of sitting there thinking to himself, like like this is really befuddling him. The whole orders thing, like it bothers him. It's like in his mind, he's like the sniper. He's like the sniper from the Bad Batch. He's like, good soldiers always follow orders. Now orders are contradicting orders, and he is
Told the other.
nope.
But Quinn
But
said
also, he has no reason to.
all of that. I haven't received a message from them yet, but I will let you know as players that they have decrypted that file and they are starting to go because that was a 43 under 50 for a luck roll. Quinn actually go to sleep, or is he like a Yuri just sitting in there thinking about that phone call that he got and just
Do what again? Oh yeah, I'd say he went to sleep. He was pretty mentally drained after that conversation.
Honestly, he wasn't planning on resting too long, like an hour, maybe an hour or two.
Time.
He was waiting for the sun to go down. They can bring in the stuff and start working again and get heads on, ideas on leads for what they need to go next. We've handled a majority of the issues. Now it's just honestly, it's just kind of cleaning everything else up.
And he starts onto the. I'll say there's like a nice dining room table in there, like a nice wooden dining room table. Not as nice as like Nana's dining room table, but a decent, nice like hardwood dining room table. And he just sniper rifle, hand grenade, pistol, magazine. Did you grab any of the pipe bombs, or was it just like the stuff that they had on them in their operations kit?
This is Delta Green. You never know when you need more munitions.
Cool.
All the munitions.
Okay.
I'll say I'll wake up with all the noise coming from Yuri. Want to come out?
And you see him just putting all of these munitions on the table. You see him take out his sidearm, also put it on the table, and just spreading everything out so you guys can see what you guys have. You also, from the operations kit, you also see that you guys now have a first aid kit as well. A nice, decent-sized first aid kit.
Can I start telling Yuri and April all the information that's relevant, like
You could tell them
the people?
already have into that stuff in particular. You could tell them whatever you want because Yuri just knows that you guys were told to stand down. You don't know. He does not know what you were told to stand down.
Yeah,
You have the information.
I'm gonna start telling
that
them.
You were not told that he was told to stand down.
Yeah, I was just gonna start telling them like all the information that I started finding, like about the Michael Bellic and Robert Ortega and like their what's up?
The company. I'm trying that.
Yeah, and all the affiliations from Majestic and whatnot.
Enough. No, do not go into any further, and do not ask why. This is orders.
Because he has all this information that is pertinent to your guys' investigation, and you're telling him not to give you this information.
It's a 92.
92.
Can I like fight back on that too? Like arguing against that?
A 92 is a pretty massive failure.
Yeah, that's a massive.
Not a critical failure. But
Okay. Oh, because you're not okay.
Yeah, you guys can role play that out if you want. Like you hear him tell you this, and it doesn't stick in you. And I'll say that because of that failure, it also kind of makes you mad because he's supposed to be your teammate in this, and he's telling you guys stop with the info. Don't ask me why. So the two of you are.
We can't do our job if we're not informed. You guys were just in a. You guys were just in a Mexican shootout, and now you're saying that we don't need all the information? We're still investigating this case. Or is the job done? Because if the job's done, I'd love to go home and see my family.
Job is not done. I'm telling him no longer probe into the information of the Bellic.
Guess what?
You don't know that.
I've
About
decided
Belloc?
this is a democracy and we're gonna vote.
Something in this in this dossier and all the information that he's given you, something in it has flagged it, but you're not sure it was Belloc. It could have been Croft, it could have been Ansile, it could have been Titanweave, you're not sure. But something in it flagged.
Under 50, I'm leaving a lot of my role playing to dice rolls. I was given call from handler that he flagged something we're not supposed to be looking into. I was given call from my superiors, and I'm lead on this, and I say enough is enough, and we were told no longer look into it. No longer look into it.
What are we looking for then now?
We still need to finish out what we would the information about the specimen and get solving out the issues at the
Right,
at
and
the
if it's
last
all
night of the mall.
connected, you're asking us to ignore half our leads?
I'm asking an agent of the program to follow orders of superior officer. That is what I am exactly asking.
And do an investigation with a major handicap?
It's not handicapped if we are not told not to do it.
It is handicap if we don't have the information that we need when it's ready available.
I just need to siphon
Hey.
through the irrelevant information. So if it doesn't pertain to our mission,
We were already told it was connected. How can it not be? How can it not be?
I never said it was not. I said stop looking into it.
You know what? Fuck you.
it's not.
Anybody?
Not paranormal, but as far as like hiding truth, you know? And then to not get to even be aware of what she's involved in, yeah, I think it ticks her off.
Yes, he looks at Mr. T, and the look is like you've been given your orders, and he's just at this point he's just kind of monitoring the situation. Like, are you gonna actually listen to a superior officer in this moment? Because he doesn't know what happened there, but he gleans that that Mr. T has the what do you call it? He has the
I would think like he would follow the order. He would catch on to the clue like this is obviously way above what we should know with our clearances and how dangerous the shit that we're in.
You work because from everything you have on him.
Can I perceive that it was when I started searching into Justin Croft that his phone started ringing? So could I tell?
But you are also aware he died in 2001 at the age of 69. So looking into a dead man flag.
Okay, so I know that he's the only thing that flagged it. So can I just tell Yuri, like, listen, like I know what flagged it now that you said that. So can I tell you the information that does not pertain to that I know?
speak.
And then can I can't tell him about all the stuff that doesn't pertain to that person?
You do have to go a little bit into him in order to for it, but the information you get off is that
So I'll be like, listen, I know.
Involved with the Department of Defense in the late 80s, and you're pretty sure that that's what flagged it, because you personally yourself, you don't know much about Majestic, but you know he worked with the Department of Defense, and that Croft made 2 purchases with a law firm that has also been tied to this investigation, and that law firm being Marcus, Silverman, and Green. And you also know that the trust of all of his stuff was left to an Angela Whiteear, and that she is currently that she had one child, which was Robert Justin Ortega, and they conveyed, you know, that for some reason she willed everything to the he willed her, and Robert Ortega started a company and created something called Titanite wheat, which is considered the next generation Kevlar, because it is, for some reason, a substance that is way stronger than Kevlar. And because you rolled a critical success, I will give you this. This is what you tell them. Justin Croft was a regular at a place called the Blackthorn Inn during his tenure at some place called the Mount Weather Facility, where he served and came to lead something called a Majestic program. He met this Angela at the Blackthorn Inn in the 80s and had a brief affair, which gave birth to this Robert Justin Ortega. He agreed to provide White Ear as long as he would provide for her, as long as he was apprised of the boy's progress, and by then his mother was a wealthy man because of Croft's trust. When Bellick somehow he has come in contact with Ortega as well, and he for some reason this Michael Bellick is a confidant of this man, and it's all tied back into that law firm that was also doing some work for Tybalt Greaves. So you're getting the feeling that you're gonna have to do some more research, but basically this law firm is a connecting link that you guys should be looking into, as well as maybe this Justin Ortega and this Angela person.
Okay. So the law firm.
Silver, which is a law firm indeed, which has been doing work for Tybalt Greaves, because they were in charge of the company Potential Holding, which did most of the issuing of checks to all that stuff that created that lab in Greaves's house.
And that's what I told Yuri, right, in April.
Yeah, is that for some
Yeah.
reason this law firm has a connection to Potential Holding, and this law firm is the connecting link to all of this at the moment, as far as you can tell, without going into the Justin Croft stuff. Because you can overlook Justin Croft and look into something having to do with this Angela person and this Ortega, which you also find because you did roll a critical success on that initial, that Robert Justin Ortega was renamed, and Ortega is the son of White Ear.
Well, it sounds like we got the go-to law firm. I hope everybody is ready to. I don't have law fun. I'm just getting caught. Well, in a minute. I'm going through. We'll go in a minute, and he just realizes like he was doing something, and like he doesn't want to jump into the gun unprepared. We're about to go to a law firm that this could be another gunfight.
I would just like to point out that as well, it'd be an entire
We still need to
travel in order to get to this law. Book a flight, get on the flight, fly there, and then get off, and lot of investigation time because of travel.
I mean, if it's our only lead, then only like real lead right now that I know of.
I sent everything to the handler, all the information. Do we need to try to contact him and see what he wants to do? Do we still look around and see if we can find any more clues around here?
The Justin Kraft guy, he's the one whose DNA it was, right? That died a long time ago.
Guy whose DNA you have.
Some Daniel guy, wasn't it?
Daniel Yuri.
U.S. Air
And
Force.
guy?
Well, maybe we can go and interrogate that lady that in the hospital.
I thought she might not come out of it.
Yuli died in 1992 in a.
Does it say if he was supposed to be cremated or buried? Okay. I would also be interested in that, because I would be interested to know if there's a body and where it went, and if he was buried, I would want to see the body, like dig it up, because it's likely not there. You know what I mean? But
I don't know.
Okay.
I think Yuri would say that we would need to contact the handler. We would need to see what the next steps would be, because with all of the stuff that's been going on, he needs a direct route, and like his mind is jumbled, and he's like, I need some kind of lead to go here. Go do this right now, and focus on the other stuff later. And he goes, he looks at his phone, he looks at Mr. T, and he goes, you have all the information. He goes, you make the call.
Currently living and billing. That's all the additional information you have on Yuli, is that he did have a wife and son, and they are currently residing in Billings, Montana.
What was all the information that April got about the lady in the hospital?
That she was
Like what was it?
She was currently put into a chemically induced coma.
Okay. Did they say why she was in the coma? Like, was she in so much pain, or did they give an estimate? So they said that she might not wake up because of the damage, or she might not survive, or
she would need.
Yeah, I think So I think maybe we can look into the lady in the hospital to see what her condition is before we like leave the area. If we're gonna fly out to Washington.
Yeah, Evelyn Wells
Yeah, because
suffers a serious wound, humerus bone, and severely disrupted the tissue. Represents a glancing bow from the rifle. If it had been centered on her, she would have been dead. While her arm was saved, it would never be the same. She was induced in a medical coma to prevent undue strain on her system. For player information, she will reawaken on October 12th. It is currently the night of October 4th, I believe. Maybe the so she
But we
is
can still
going
play
to be
that
out
out.
for a few days due to this because she has to do extensive reconstructive surgery on her arm because it shattered her humerus.
And that's no laughing matter.
No, it is not. The only reason that she survived is because reportedly she had dropped her phone and bent down to pick it up. And then she started firing back before she passed out due to blood loss.
Yuri's having a hard time now trying to get over like the supernatural. Like we got the connection to the like somehow the supernatural stuff is connected.
Find out it was her office that did blow up, and you were given the names of her other two associates at the private detectives agency, which was Denote and Belton, and you have not looked into them either.
Say, let's go look into them. That's a me thing.
Because while you tried going onto their website, everything was like corrupted and with like the broken image icon. When Quinn tried to do when April tried to look into it, even she could tell that the files were ravaged, and it would take hours for Quinn doing work to rebuild like a single photo.
I did give Quinn all that though when I got to the warehouse or where the thing. Yeah, so he has all that. So he would need to look that over.
Yeah, and even he knows that it would take hours to reconstruct a small portion of a photo. That is how well they destroyed the documents of whatever was on their website.
Can I start a program like to start reconstructing that stuff?
Minus 40. Because of the fact that, as it states in this, it becomes clear that the damage is so bad, hours of work would be required to restore a small portion of a photo. But no general reconstruction is generally possible.
I rolled a 28, and I have an 82, so minus 40 would be 42.
So what was the roll again? I'm sorry.
28.
28. Okay. Yeah, you can easily put it together, but even that it's probably a lost cause, but you want to see what you can get anyway. So yeah, you get that program written probably an hour. It wouldn't take you that long to write that program.
Okay, and then I just want to like have it running in the background. That way it's not, and then it'll like ding or something when it's done.
Your two leads right now are to talk to Delton and then to go and speak to the people at Marcus Silverman and Green.
Can I do like a search of like try to find their addresses and
Yeah, you find the address to Marcus Silverman and Green pretty easily. It's 1099 A Street, Washington, D.C., while the private detective agency was in the mall that got blown up.
well, I was gonna see if I could try to do like a search, a facial recognition through security cameras around the city that we're in for the people you just said, the Bolton and well, I wouldn't have a facial thing to go off of, would I?
You can attempt to roll. You do know just based on the information that you were given when the hospital, your business got blown up and your compatriot has been shot. You know that Deneau went on a fishing trip a few days earlier, and Belton was not currently answering his phones.
How long was the guy supposed to be gone for the fishing trip?
Deneau is currently from the incident and won't be even hear about it until October 5th. So he does, as player knowledge, won't even know about it until the morning.
Until tomorrow.
And as for Belton, the hospital did tell you that they did get in contact with him, but if you guys try to contact him, it appears it would be very hard to get in contact with him unless you do find some sort of way of tracking him down. So you could roll a computer science as well to try and get in contact with him to see if you could like ping his last known whereabouts or something.
Yeah, I can try that.
So yeah, you could go ahead and roll computer science to see if you could find his whereabouts. Considering their website was destroyed, this would probably be very simple.
What's a 90 and a 0?
100.
Ooh, that is a 100.
That's what I rolled. Oh, God.
Unfortunately, you misspelled his name when you were Googling him. So at the current moment, you do not know how to contact this man.
Can I try Googling him with journalism under my art skill?
Absolutely, go ahead.
A 10 and a 0 is a 20.
Yeah, that's a 20.
Over 81.
Yeah, and your journalism is above an 80. So yeah, that is a success. And you find that he does currently live in the city, and he is, as far as you know, he is still within the city. But he has, for some reason, other than getting in contact with the hospital, you don't really you get his address for his home office very easily. But his phone number, when you try to call it nothing. But you do have an address for him.
Can we look to see if we can find a photo of this guy? Like on the website or from the police databases?
Yeah, you easily it easily pulls up a picture. Unfortunately, there isn't a character sheet for him because he isn't like an adversary. But yeah, you guys pull up a picture of him.
And I was wondering if I could take that picture and run it through facial recognition through like the street cameras and
Yeah, that's no problem at all because you've already done some CCTV work. I will not make you roll. You see that a few days before the incident, he had been seen going to and from the office, but he has not left his home in a few days. One of the last cameras that catch him was going. It was a sensor camera for one of the traffic lights that was near his home. So you assume that he is at home right now.
okay, so now we kind of have an idea of where it might possibly be. So you guys want to head over there now or wait till the morning?
Old time like the present, and the entire time they've been doing that, Yuri's been cleaning the new sniper rifle and cleaning the guns because, he's meticulous like that. He, he's like one of those things where like he finishes like cleaning guns and he like chambers it, like make sure that it's back in. You hear the let's go.
Let's go.
So you guys are going to see Belton,
At least go to his last known location.
and that would be
Yeah.
a great place to pick up next time. As you guys now have a plan. Go talk to this man, then charter a plane to DC.
We'll see if we can find this guy, and then we'll contact the handler and see what he wants us to do.
He wants you to start looking at Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton.
Michael
Yeah.
Bolton.
Yeah.
Doing. Except for delighting people with his music.
What's the guy we're going to look for? His name again?
I think that's the second time tonight that we've referenced something music related and it's completely gone over Levi's head.
Yeah, I don't know music worth a shit.
Oh,
Yeah, anything with music related stuff, like, don't even go there with me because I'm completely lost. I pretty much can never remember anything. Most of my memory is dedicated to my work stuff.
that was really good. So you, as opposed to the first two investigations you guys did, which were cleared in just a day or a day and a half.
Wow.
You guys have been doing really well. Like for instance, if you guys hadn't taken care of that thing in the morgue, it would have reconstituted itself. I believe the day that is about to start for you guys, the following day.
If what hadn't been taken care of?
Oh, and about
Oh.
not
Oh no, that's probably bad, but I did it.
whatever this thing was, you don't know, but hey, it might be good to keep a small little bit in a vial. You never.
I thought we had Stubbs destroy everything.
Nope, I made him keep
except
everything.
a small sample.
Like, yeah, like a,
Like
scraping kind of.
like a small scraping of it.
So April did that.
Yes.
April likes biology and she likes having
gonna-
answers. Sorry,
gonna
I'm
fucking
not a
kill her.
mindless military drone.
April
It's
is the
something-
reason all the eldritch horrors in the world still exist is because she's like, well, maybe just a little bit.
You gotta understand, like, when you got something like the blob that just keeps like multiplying and growing bigger, like get rid of that shit. You can't fuck around with that shit.
No, but I don't think like she's
That's
into
scary
like
movie
the
cliche.
paranormal, but not necessarily like
That's scary movie cliche
the
stuff, man.
same
Like you got to get rid of shit
similar stuff.
that grows.
Different.
Anything that's can start off in a petri dish and then just keep growing, you got to get rid of that shit.
Listen, she's got a 63 in biology, so she's probably been pretty nerdy and like science, okay? And she wants to know
63
about
IQ
it.
for
Wants
that
to
shit.
study at it. Huh?
She has a 63 IQ if she wants to keep that shit.
No, because if you think about it, think about like Jurassic Park. Think about how they just freaking did those dire wolves. I mean, that's who people always push it farther than it should go. Always, always, always. It'll happen. That's what humans are at their core, is that they want more.
Yeah, and look how Jurassic Park ended.
I'm just saying. And then if there was a Jurassic Park, I'd probably buy tickets and go.
And you end up dead, getting eaten by a dinosaur.
Okay, how many of you would go to Jurassic Park? Just me?
Yeah.
Just me then.
Yeah, no.
If it was nothing but the herbivores, fine. But when you got a T-Rex there or raptors, hell no.
You know how many people die on amusement park rides every year, and yet people still get on them all the time, and they're like, it's not that safe.
I can't get on them anymore. I'm too fat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do.
Yeah, my kids did the Osceola Carnival this year, and Nay ended up, I had to get her off a ride because she didn't fit the harness. Like, she was tall enough to get on it, but like, I think she would have fallen out and went upside down. Like, Wes was holding on for dear life. And like, we go to Adventureland. We have not this year, but like, I've gone to Adventureland with my kids like the last 4 years. But there was a kid who died like 5 years ago on the raft ride. And he was a teenager. The freaking raft flipped over on him mid ride, and his dad had like tried to get it flipped over, couldn't. Like, his dad was on because it's like one rider, you know. I knew nothing about that.
We went to Adventureland a couple different times.
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember that because I'm pretty sure my dad did not buy me tickets. I'm not saying he didn't buy other people tickets. I'm just pretty sure my dad did not buy me tickets. You probably went with Bon.
Yep.
Bonnie's the favorite, okay? It's just known. It's okay. Even Bonnie knows. And I tell my dad that, but I jokingly way, even Bonnie knows.
Just sent Mr. Kaplan in there.
The cleaner?
Yeah.
What'd you say? A cleaner?
Oh, your volume's way down again.
You know how I said how bad my sheet was earlier? I just sent it. This is the sheet why I did a new one. Look how wrinkled it is and scribbled all over. And that's my third sheet. That's not even my first sheet. That's the third sheet I had made. What is wrong with me?
You might want to invest in a.
I also have a notebook, but I just can't help it. If I don't know what, I just can't not. The notebook looks similar. I bounce back and forth. I don't know how I decide what goes on what, but it happens. And I write down random stuff. Like, you might say the number 15 and it has nothing to do with the game, but my brain will hear it and like just want to write it out like a doodle, you know?
I get that.
I don't know.
My wife has issues.
It's called ADHD and it's unmedicated and it just has to go where it goes.
I don't know
Yep,
about in between sessions.
It's just hard. Like, a week isn't so bad, you know? But like, when it's 2 weeks, it's a little bit hard to like wrap back up where you were, like at the very beginning. Why did I not think about that? Even like the last 10 minutes, you know what I mean?
I need to start.
The last 10 minutes of the actual gameplay. Are they not uploaded? Because,
No, not yet.
okay, so it's just live?
Yeah.
Got you. I just have it, like, I also, because I'm doing it on my phone, because it's more comfortable to sit on the couch than it is the computer chair. So I have the Twitch feed up on my phone, like if you post a picture, but I mainly stay on the Discord, and then I just hop over there if you post a picture now, because I got tired of missing out on all of them and have no idea what people look like. So I went over there. I think it was the other ones. Like, I didn't do that on the other two things. The other two missions, campaigns.
Well, we didn't have the other two.
Okay.
I would when I.
Maybe I didn't mean the people. Maybe I mean when you posted like maps and stuff on there, like pin stuff to boards. Yeah. I can't see any of that, but now that I have that up and I can bounce back and forth, I can.
if y'all also had some laptops with you so you could move stuff around on the board yourselves and look at all the evidence. But right now it's just me with the stream that you guys can look at things.
I don't like people.
All right. I'm gonna hop off here because I'm there. I got so many bug bites. So many this weekend.
And
Huh.
Love you guys.
love you.
Later.